Hello and welcome to a very wet Milton Keynes, although it will get a lot wetter later on in this video, as you will see. So this is round 1 of SuperChamps. So basically this format goes along the lines of there is a 10-minute qualifying session that then runs into a 15-minute shootout race, grid determined on where you go in qualifying, into a 25-minute feature race which is gridded on how you do well in the shootout race. More points are paid for the feature because it's longer than the shootout race. Combined points at the end gets the overall winner. As we can see, it is so treacherous here. There's like already on the first lap out of the pits and there's already carnage everywhere. I think with rain coming in it was important to get a lap in as soon as we could, but that was pretty hard to do. Just yellow flags everywhere. We did get eventually one clean lap in, but as you can see, the rain is starting to come down more now and it is just so treacherous. It's such a slippy track. But hopefully we did get one lap in and hopefully it was good. So we managed to qualify second. Only 700s off pole, so that was good. As we can see here though on the race start, again, I just have no reactions. It's just a bad poor start, but we do manage to get back in second again around the outside. Just more grippier out there. And now it's just tipped around. The rain's really come down now, but it's kind of just learning to see what we can see from the kart in front. I'm still learning the wet lines around here, and maybe we can pick up some bits where we can gain some time. Now the grids are staggered, so the lightweights do start off in front of us. We are in the heavyweight category, so we will catch them up as we go through because it's just so much more advantage to have the weight in the rain. As we can see here, we're still sort of keeping in touch with the leader, kart number 6, and it's like, could have gone for a move, but it's still just tuck in. It's a long race, it's wet, it's tricky, just don't do anything silly, basically, and we're going to catch them up. But here I noticed he dives to the inside and hugs that concrete, and something I hadn't really seen before, even considered, but he gets a quick through the corner, but I do get a better run out. It doesn't seem to have lost him any much time though, but it is interesting to see how the lines are slightly different. Again here I do more of a wide line and cut back, whereas he sort of did more centre. We do get a run here and we do look to the inside. As we can see, we're getting those in, we're trying to turn the car, we blip the throttle trying to get the back end to rotate, but we can't, we just understeer so much. And I thought it was a bit harsh, so I waved them back through. It wasn't a clean move. I wouldn't have felt right to have kept that. I mean, we got tight, we tried to rotate it, we couldn't, so we waved them back through. But we do get the better run here, we look at the nose, but we back out of it again. It's like, it's still got time in this race, there's no need to do anything silly, pick up silly little penalties. But again, we can see how our lines are different. I go for a wider line here, that allows me to pick up the throttle a lot sooner. He goes for a shorter line, we get a much better run now down this long straight. He does cover the inside, but I mean it's wet, so it's kind of, it's just more just trying to find the grip. We still do hang it around the outside again, and we do get up the inside, we do try and brake. We're going to have to force the inside now, it's not going to be very grippy. We're starting to lose the back end out, trying to block him if he goes on the outside, but he does a lovely switch back there and just drives away. And now we can see we're catching up to the back of the lightweight class. So we kind of have to follow him through the traffic here. Let's get around the outside, we go for it, but the kart in front just gets a little bit loose and it runs us a little bit wide. It's okay, he waves his hand, he says sorry, he's letting me back through now, but we've lost a lot of time there, and then we drop down to third now because Morris goes up the inside. But as we can see, there's just no grip on the inside compared to the outside. We're able to comfortably drive back around the outside of him, get back into second, and now we've just got to hunt down the leader. So the leader's just about to clear both of these two karts now, as we can see. So we're just in traffic now. It's just one of those ones where it's just we just got to basically stick with him. So now we've realised we'll go for the concrete on the inside. We saw him do it earlier. We see what happens, and it was grippy. It was surprisingly grippy. It's definitely a line that I would consider now in the future. I never thought of it before. But as the race went on, we did start to catch up back up to the leader again now. Again, just trying to be smooth, get a better exit and sort of go there. I felt like I was quicker overall, but it's just a case of just being sensible. Again, totally different line here. I go around the outside to pick up a better run through the corner because we gained so much time there compared to the inside. So I was like, okay, cool, this is definitely one of my strong points of the corner of the track even. And it's just be sensible. We've got pace, don't rush into it. So on to the next lap now. We're even closer. Try and get a good run out. We're a lot closer now. He looks over. We fake to the inside with no intention there. We force him to go to the inside. We know he's going to have a compromised line. Around the outside now, we can cut back, get the power, and we just need to get to the outside before he does because there's so much more grip, and that's move done. We know just go around the outside now, it's going to be so much more grip. He does try it back on the inside, but there's just no grip there, and away we go. Away we go. It's just basically, just be sensible now. We're catching up to the more of the lightweights in front, and whoa! And that might not look too bad there, but we ran out of lock. That could have been a disaster, but it is just so treacherous. The rain's coming down, and yeah, the car in front just spins like that. It's just so slippy out there. That just shows how treacherous it is. And again, just running the wide line. You can see the difference now between running the wide line all the way around and not running it all the way around like the car in front, which gets such a better run here. I mean, they are in the lightweights, we are in the heavyweights. Heavies will always be quicker in the rain. I mean, there's only a 20 kilo difference between us. They're 60, we're 80 kilos, so we should be quicker. But it is just a case now of just prod through the traffic, don't do anything too silly, and then that's it. We do run a little bit wide there, but we do get a good exit. And again, it's okay, well, we know we can dive to the concrete here, so we dive again to the concrete for the grip, but we just slip off of it, and you can see how treacherous it is. It's like the risk reward, I think, for going on that concrete is very high, because we do hang around the outside there, but if you come off that concrete, you're going to be shedding so much time. On to the last lap now. It's just basically just bring her home. Just bring her home. Hopefully no dramas. Nothing too scary can happen, hopefully. And then there's a car that spins off in front. It starts to pull forward, and oh my goodness, that was disaster. I held my breath for that. I thought it was over. I thought that was race over. But apart from that, we're able to bring her home. Get a victory in the shootout race. On to the feature. Now for the feature race, we've got a not bad start here actually, so maybe it was just because I was on the outside last time that affected my start in the shootout race, but we're away. We know we're quicker than the karts around us from the pace we had in race 1, so again it's 25 minutes, it's a long race, don't do anything too silly, don't pick up silly little track limit warnings, don't basically hit anyone off, it's just bring her home, because we are going to be catching up to the lightweights again. I know they have the staggered start, they go in front, but we're just so much quicker than them, we will catch them up. Again here, like, it's not too long into the race before we catch up to the first one, and again, I've cut back to get the run on the inside, but it's just the weight difference allows us. And it's just going to be just slowly plod through. In these conditions, it's so easy to accidentally wipe them out or run wide, pick up a couple track limits. And again, you can see the cut in front loses the rear. I try and cut back up the inside, but there's just no grip, no grip. I shake the head because it was a silly thing to do. It was never going to work there. I should have known there'd be no grip, but hey, you live and you learn. But we are stuck behind these guys now, and I'm worried about how close my rivals are behind, so we kind of just have to plod our way through slowly. Do a nice little move to the inside there and sort of just cover it off and just slowly plod our way through. Don't do anything too silly, make the karts behind that we're actually racing have to go for some moves. Again, onto the next lap now, we see catching up again to the two in front. Kind of carbon copies the move before, just go to the inside, and you're still going to have to hug it wide though. We try and look at getting our nose up the inside of him too, and then there's just no grip, so we lose a bit of space and time, but that's fine. We're slowly carving our way through the traffic, one a lap, which isn't too bad. That's all we can hope for really, and just sort of go from there. But as we come across the line, we notice here, penalty for 6. He's the guy who we were racing for the win in the first race. Now, I didn't know how long that penalty is. I don't know if that was a 5 second for track limits, 30 seconds for ABC. Basically, he wiped someone out coming through this traffic. I wasn't sure, but it basically meant, as he was my only threat, this race was won at this point. So, we just knocked back the pace. No point pushing hard, no point risking it. Like, we don't have to come first on the track, and that's what we do. We back off a little bit. We do have a little fight with number 6, but we're not going to make it easy for him, but there's 2 minutes left to go. We know he's got a penalty. Turns out he got a 30-second penalty for wiping out one of the lightweights on his way through, and then he did get a 5 seconds for track limit, so he had a 35-second penalty. I was assuming it was only going to be a 5 second, just as I'm racing, because I didn't know what he got it for. So as we come to the last lap, my brain is, just stay within 5 seconds of him, and it's race done, which is easily done, just don't do anything too silly. Again on the final lap, coming up to some of the lightweights here. He does make it through, but it's fine. We're in bring it home mode now. I know he's in front of us on track, but when the results get amended for the penalty, it's all fine. And that's what we do. We bring it home. We see him cross the line. We do the count on our hand: 1, 2, 3, and that's it. That's enough for us to get first in the feature race, first place in the shootout race, and that leads to a first place overall.